Welcome to the Wailuku CoffeeCast, where today we are in Haiku, and this is kind of cool because we're in the 50th state. We thought, what would be the next state number that we could suck into this CoffeeCast? And from the 49th state and her own coffee company, but you used to work here, it's Betsy Wilson from the Bluebird Coffee Company. Mm-hmm. So what inspired you to come back to Maui? I've seen your pictures in Alaska.
Well, the number one inspiration is Megan Kanikoa, the mastermind behind Wailuku Coffee Company. But just coming back to Maui always feels like home. So
I can see why, because as soon as we walked in the door, first thing first, Megan grabs her by the neck, and second thing is she throws food at us. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of your favorite, the one that you requested. What is this?
This is the chèvre wrap, the turkey chèvre wrap, and this has been, I've had this since day one when I started here when I was 19, 8 years ago. So it's a classic and it's delicious.
Okay, I'm just going to ask a question. When you started your own company, did you go, I'm taking the chèvre wrap?
I should. I haven't adopted food into my business yet, but I will one day con Megan into letting me bring the chèvre wrap.
Now, of course, I'm doing the apple gorgonzola.
It also looks delicious.
Yes, it does. Now, the thing is that I'm on a diet, and I was like, I need a healthy salad. I didn't tell her about these. These are hand candied pecans. Go ahead, grab one. No, These are appetizers. These are appetizers.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Is that even a salad?
I know. It could be its own little dessert.
It's delicious.
I feel like I should invite friends over and be like, oh, would you like to poo-poo out my salad? Yeah. But I thought this was interesting because you used to work for the Wailuku Coffee Company, and then you started your own coffee company. So that tells me two things about you. Either A, you really like abuse, or B,
me?
you really like coffee. So which one is it?
Definitely the second option. Maybe a little bit of both, but definitely the second option. I'm born and raised in Alaska, and we're all coffee addicts, actually. It just helps that we have good coffee too. Even Wailuku Coffee Company, Bluebird Coffee Company, we have really good coffee, and so it makes it addicting.
I know, and that was the funny thing too, is because you got to understand, when she showed up here, we were trying to keep this a secret from Megan, who had to work today, and it was going to be on the CoffeeCast, but she couldn't go get her coffee this morning.
I know.
I don't want to say that you're
you can
better
say it.
After coffee, but you might be better after coffee.
That's all right. You can say it.
Yeah, that was that moment before where I was like, this woman's going to kill me.
I didn't have my coffee yet. My delicious white chocolate Americano with cream.
Oh my God, I know. But the great thing is though, is because now you do coffee on your own. Mm-hmm. How much of the stuff on your menu did you say, you know what? I remember that from Megan. I think I'm going to try a version of it up here.
A lot of things are very similar at the Bluebird to the Wailuku Coffee Company. I have a little bit of my own edge to things, and of course, growing up in Alaska, my family had coffee carts. There are hundreds of coffee carts, like drive-through coffee stands in Alaska. So, and we all have our own little twist on drinks and names and specials and all those things. So it is very similar, but we do have a little bit of a twist.
Now, this is the thing that I found out, and pardon me for being stupid.
No.
Bluebird is actually describing a day, not an aerial fowl creature.
It has nothing to do with bluebirds, because actually we don't actually think we have bluebirds in Alaska.
That's what I was looking at all the pictures and I'm going, she calls this Bluebird Company. Where are the birds?
Right, no bluebirds. It's really funny because a lot of people translate it to that, but bluebird in Alaska means like a perfect day where it's blue skies, sunshine, and then in my world it means fresh powder, good people, good vibes, just, a lot similar to aloha, Bluebird could definitely be interchangeable with aloha.
Yeah, fresh powder on Maui has a completely different meaning.
Fresh sand? No, still doesn't go the same.
Yeah. I've heard people trying to say, man, I'm going to go surf the sand today, and it's like, But, you went from Alaska to Maui, and then now you're back to Alaska doing your own coffee. I just got to know, is there ever a moment where you miss the weather of Wailuku Coffee Company?
Oh, without a doubt. Especially this winter has been extremely cold. We actually experienced an event that we did in Fairbanks, Alaska, and it was negative 37. degrees Fahrenheit for all those.
Pardon me if I'm wrong, but at negative 40, isn't that when diesel fuel becomes jail?
Close to it, yep. And then if it doesn't have heat additive, so.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you can take something and go, this was hot a minute ago, and it doesn't move, that's some pretty extreme temperatures.
Yeah, and yep, it definitely is. But we pushed right through it.
Now, when you started your business, you kidnapped Megan for a while to get her to help.
Yes. She was like a backbone at the beginning of the business. She was super helpful, consistent, checked in, and then also on top of that, she flew to Alaska to help me start my very first like coffee shop in the mountains.
Oh my God.
Last year, it was actually coming up on a year ago, and we were in Valdez, Alaska at an event called Tailgate Alaska, and it was Bluebird every single day that she was there. It was amazing. Everything went flawlessly thanks to Megan. I mean, there were definitely, starting a business is so daunting.
It is.
So many
little things.
They all
and
have
you
to
never
do
know
it.
when a pandemic's going to break out, and that's another factor. Right. But this is the thing that I notice. Out of all of the list of healthy things that people mention, coffee isn't listed on either list, pro or con. So I'm going to go and put it on the pro list.
I support that. I support that message.
And see, since you own a coffee shop, I can say that she's an actual coffee expert.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely. I'm just going to go with that. And definitely, coffee, nobody can live without coffee.
I know. Like, how do you survive up there? Like, negative 30-something degrees. I would have to have the IV drip with the warmer around it and maybe a portable kerosene heater to dry it.
Yeah, we do that, but we layer up. We're in Under Armour, Carhartts, hats, face mask, all of it. and then we have our propane heaters and our enclosures that we stay in. But all in all, it's kind of what we grew up on. So
yeah, so this is good for you. It's kind of like a working vacation, huh?
Kind of like a working. Actually, the whole experience with the Bluebird operating has been a working vacation where I'm there for my community for one. That's where I built the Bluebird. That and then bringing good coffee. And then on top of that, it's all mainly motorsports and like events that the community comes to from all over the state, too. So it's been quite the experience. More pro than cons. So
yeah. I was like, I haven't seen any avalanches yet, so there's that.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I keep...
Amen to that, Shaggy. Amen to that.
I'm sorry. That's the paranoid beach guy in me that lives here on Maui and doesn't know the whole
there
snow
have been
thing.
No avalanches at the Bluebird, and God forbid, let's keep it that way.
Right. Like you see these pictures, and you're back to Betsy on Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. So you see these pictures of you, and it's a nice smiling face. Sometimes you got the heart-shaped glasses on. You're on the snowmobile, and then you look behind, and you're like, how many metric tons of snow is that?
A lot. And we watch the weather, so we know where to go and whatnot,
It's hilarious though, because you guys watch the weather at your job the same way we watch the weather here at Wailuku, because if the waves are kicking, maybe somebody needs to get off sick.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's the same thing with the powder, right? If it's looking good, it's like...
Let me tell you what, if it's Bluebird Day, may or may not call in sick to work, right? Same thing with the waves in Maui.
I know. So how many times have you honestly called in, though?
Shaggy, come on.
Okay.
Well...
I know, right? It's like it's starting to go into like Wolf Blitzer, like, tell us how many times you've actually skipped out on work to do...
I can honestly say I have never called in sick to the Bluebird. My previous employer, no. I've always been, a lot of my work besides the Bluebird is seasonal. So I work during the summertime in construction, and then in the wintertime is mainly Bluebirds. And I'm the core of the Bluebirds, so I got to show up.
Well, I'm going to ask you something because, we have like favorite drinks, right? So for me and the coffee here, I always go for the
milkshake.
Yeah, the milkshake. But I also do the Carmelo latte.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's one of my favorites because I can't find it anywhere else.
One. Yeah.
So I wanted to know, like, I'd ask you about items on your menu, but what is one coffee that you're like, only I do it, and this is the one that I make that's my signature?
In the Bluebird, the signature coffee would be the white mocha with peppermint. Yes, so we do a white chocolate mocha with peppermint and whipped cream, and we call it the Bluebird. And it is, I mean, it's classic Alaska.
So have you ever had any guys with pointy shoes and hats order one that you later found out escaped from the North Pole?
No, but I'm excited for that day to come.
Right? You're waiting for
I
the little
hope
guy
they
to come.
escape from the North Pole
I need the coffee now.
and come order the coffee
Right.
from the Bluebird.
Please be running from the big guy. He's making us make toys.
You know? Because that's what I think about when I think of
know.
Alaska. I'm like, you're right up there in Santa territory.
I know. We are.
But you've never seen him.
There is a North Pole and there is a Santa shop in North Pole, Alaska.
Wow.
Definitely. It's actually a really rad place. It's a toy shop.
It's a toy shop.
It's a toy shop.
Like, it's a toy shop.
But it's fun. It's fun, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't want to keep you too long because I know you have like this whole weekend of trying to adventure here on Maui with no snowmobile, so I don't know how you're going to survive.
I don't know either.
Right? Like every picture I see of you, you're on some sort of big vehicle, and I'm like, how will she get around just off of those feet? You know, I've never seen you use them.
I am a motorhead. I will say that.
Yes.
I love snow machines, snowmobiles, trucks, equipment.
Okay. I'm just going to say too, you know, it's very nice having you back here because you were an employee before.
Thank you.
Is there ever a chance of, I don't know, like a vacation, like where you come down here and kind of do things while you're not chasing elves from Santa's work camps or whatever you do in Alaska? I don't know.
Yeah, you know, the relationship between Wailuku Coffee Company and the Bluebird has been really positive, and we actually have come to Maui on occasion and worked for Wailuku Coffee Company as like a guest barista, and I have the best time working here. Like, I love the ladies, I love Megan, Jackie. This just place, it feels like home. It feels like home away from home.
Cool. Well, when you're home, how can people find out, you know, where you're at, when you're serving, and what you're doing?
This is a very good question. Mostly social media, Facebook, Instagram, and you know, my information as far as email and number is even on our Facebook. So always feel free to reach out. But yeah, that's my two main platforms that I am trying to keep up on as much as we can.
I'm going to do a special contest though. So this is just for people that are watching the CoffeeCast.
Okay.
If you go and you take a picture of Betsy and one of her cups at her shop, and then later come back to Maui and take a picture of any of the Wailuku Coffee Company and you with a Wailuku Coffee Company, I will give you a prize for doing both coffee companies.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
We call it the coffee tour.
Okay.
The 4950 tour.
4950 tour. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
100%.
But if you are 49 to 50, please wash your hands because coronavirus is real.
Wash your hands.
Well, until next time, thanks for being on the show.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, come on.
Oh, Betsy.
Come on.
Next time you're in Alaska, go check out the Bluebird Coffee Company. If you're in Haiku, the Aloha Aina Center, come by and see us here at the Wailuku Coffee Company. Of course, the original location, Leo, Dulcie, we miss you. Over at 26 North Market Street.
Leo, Dulcie, Maria,
Soraya, Eric, Sammy.
Jackie.
There's so many people.
Love you all.
Yeah.
I love you all.
Till next time, though, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and join us on the next CoffeeCast. Till then, bye-bye. We're going to eat.
Yum.
I know, right? This is the best part of the show is when you get to eat.